I've been doing this firmware updates for a while now, and I've noticed that every time LG releases a brand new TV, firmware update is around the corner. And I am concerned, okay, like you, are they going to nerf the performance just a little bit? Because here's the thing, you have a C1, C2 comes out, they just lower the brightness a little bit. Okay, you don't notice that, but then the C3 comes out and they do it again. And then the C4, they do it again. 3 to 4 years. Your TV is trash, bro. Okay? And you just need to upgrade. I don't believe so. I'm just joking, but a lot of you don't want to, do the firmware update, and you just do it because you are annoyed by the message. Every time you turn on the TV, the message is gonna pop. A new firmware update is available, and you have to say no. So maybe you have someone else at home and they are not going to be as careful, or sometimes you're using your arrow and you hit the wrong spot and you update the TV, and big problem. So you ask me, is there any way to turn that off? I don't know. Okay, I've never been concerned about that because I always do the firmware update for the channel to make the videos. But I was, looking here on the service menu, and I don't see anything here to turn that message off. Okay, I was searching on the regular menu in here. I don't see nothing here that has to do with firmware update or update message. Nothing. And of course, we shouldn't be playing around here if we don't know what we're doing, but it should say something like, update or firmware, and I don't see anything here that says that I'm, covering this part of the screen because there's some personal information here, like the IP address and all of that. So yeah, I don't see how to turn that off. If you know, definitely let me know. I'm going to pin that comment so everyone can see it. I do not know how to disable that message. I don't see anywhere here on the service menu. So yeah, I don't see it. I was reading all the lines. I don't see it. So TPC and GSR are off. Every time I update the firmware, it stays the same. I don't have to. A lot of people ask me that too. Hey, do you have to go back to the service menu and turn that off again? I don't see that issue, and I don't see the issue of they turning on and you getting the dimming, but you still see off here, so you have to turn it on and then back off again. I don't see that issue either, so it always stays like that. Here's, I need to put new batteries on my remote after like 2 years, and I've been using this a lot, so it's a very, very good remote. So I don't see anything anywhere here to remove that. So let me know if you know how to do that. So again, I turn off TPC and GSR to prevent any dimming other than ABL. Okay, so that's why. You do it at your own risk. I think it is definitely noticeable, and I don't wanna turn that on any day. So yeah, let's do a firmware update and see what happens. So of course, by the time you watch this video, I already tested some things. I don't have a lot of time today, so you let me know if you've seen any issues. Okay, this firmware update has been out for some days by now, but sometimes it takes longer for me to receive that firmware update. And I saw the message pop in yesterday, but I didn't have time to update. So right now I have the 034085, okay, and I'm going to update to 034087. Okay, so let's do that firmware update. I'm gonna hit update that firmware, and I'm gonna wait until the end so you see that I actually took the bullet for you. Okay, maybe if I didn't have this YouTube channel, maybe I would not update at all, because I don't know what this update is for. They should tell you, okay, a message should pop and tell you, hey, these are the bug fixes that we are implementing. This is the reason why you should update. but they don't tell you, okay? And the reason they don't tell you is because they don't want you to know. Okay, it's that simple. I guess they're just updating the, it's not the apps, because the apps they update by themselves. They're just trying to, optimize the way they sell your personal, information and your viewing habits, or something like that. Because I don't see any changes on the menus. I don't see any changes on the picture quality, and that's great. I don't want any changes on the picture quality. But if I don't notice any changes whatsoever after, I don't know how many firmware updates I've done. Like, I can count the videos maybe one day, see how many. But it's crazy. I mean, we did a firmware update like two or 3 months ago. It's too much, and this TV is from 2021. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of crazy how much they update the firmware. So yeah, I haven't seen all the new TVs. C4, G4. I think they don't have it on the store yet. I'm going to definitely check them out as soon as they have it. I'm gonna go to the store like I like to do. Maybe ask for the remote, okay, so I can punch in some settings, see what are the new settings available, and just go up and down and share with you my thoughts on the new TVs and see what they are all about. A lot of people are praising the G4. They're saying the G4 is looking very good. But yeah, I want to see it by myself to see if it really makes a difference, because remember, the peak brightness is great to have a higher peak brightness, but at the end, what we notice as being brighter is the full screen brightness. That's what really makes the difference. And the full screen brightness might be like 250 nits. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's definitely brighter, significantly brighter. But it's not gonna be like, wow, mind blowing, I really need to upgrade. And on top of that, we know that LG decided to remove BFI, 120 BFI, which I'm using right now, and that's just a deal breaker. It just makes no sense. If they release the G4 with these features, I would definitely be considering getting one, because this is what I use all the time. So I cannot just get a brighter TV and now I have less features. That doesn't make any sense. And yeah, it's just what really hurts about that. I also want to see the S95D to hammer on that matte finish. Okay, a lot of people don't. I'm sure a lot of people don't like it. But yeah, I want to see how bad it is, and especially in the store when you have all the lights on. That's just gonna be a mess. Okay, a total mess. And they always have the S95, C or D on top, and they have the S90D at the bottom. So I can do a side-by-side comparison. And let's see if they can give me the remote control. So I can change the settings and have some more accurate settings, because vivid mode looks absolutely disgusting. I don't know why they keep doing that. I went to a friend's house the other day and he had a C3, okay? He also had an LCD, an LG LCD. It was 85 or 83 inches, I don't remember. Gigantic LCD. It was a low end. So I changed, punch in my settings on the TV for the C3 and for that one, but especially for that LCD one. The vivid mode was so disgusting. It was bad. Okay, I'm talking about the sharpen setting. It was like 20. Okay, it was terrible. So then I punch in my settings in filmmaker mode, and then I switch back and forth from filmmaker mode to vivid mode, and I showed my friend, hey, here's what you saw at the store, and now look at my settings. And we were watching one of those 4K 60 videos, and it was like, the difference is just so big. He was like shocked that they are selling the TVs with those settings. Like, that looks terrible, absolutely horrendous. I don't understand why they keep doing that. It is really disgusting. So for me to go to the store and really appreciate if the new TV looks good or not, you need to give me the remote. I need to change the settings, because with those settings it looks like garbage. I don't care if how good the capabilities of the TV are. It just looks very, very bad. So yeah, I soft calibrated those TVs very fast. I mean, I know the settings of this like immediately, and of course show my friend, hey, here's I calibrated some, again, soft calibrated, just change the settings, some of the picture modes, and I told him, hey, this is dark room, this is bright room, this is if you want this, if you want that, if before going to sleep, I punch in some low, blue light killer settings, which I really, really like, and he loved it. He said, wow, yeah. I switched back and forth between regular settings and blue light killer, and he was like, yeah, man, it just feels more relaxed on my eyes. He loved it, and I'm sure he was gonna use them a lot. These are great. So let me show you the settings I'm using right now. The firmware update should be done. Actually, let me see how is that going. Yeah, it's 90%. Let me show you the settings I have right now. This is Lies of P. Fantastic game. 10 out of 10. Haven't had time to finish the game yet, but I'm always at the end, almost at the end. So I'm using dynamic tone mapping with the RTX HDR. So we go here to this secret menu, and I hope the remote doesn't die on me. I have Master Pick Max CL 540 just in case, because I'm using RTX HDR here with these settings. Peak brightness in 400, and the middle grays max out. And the reason why I'm doing that is to not get clipping and to not have the TV try to push brightness on the highlights, because what I want is a brighter overall image. So I want all the power available to boost the brightness of everything, so the BFI looks as bright as possible. Okay, All Emotion Pro High. And then let me show you the white balance settings I'm using here. These are blue light killer, and I absolutely love these settings. I've been tweaking it a lot, and of course on your TV is gonna be different. You can see here the color depth in 50. I'm using a standard because this game doesn't have any issues with the sharpness. It looks a little bit blurry, but it's okay. It's not terrible. So I have warm 50 and blue minus 50. Okay, that is like blue light killer. I can play like this all day long. My eyes feel fantastic. Okay, no issues whatsoever, and that's why I love this setting so much, because they are good for my eyes. I don't care about accuracy. My eyes absolutely love these settings. Okay, that's why I'm using it. So now when you lower the blue so much, you have to lower the green a little bit, otherwise it looks green. So if you just come here to your white balance and if you use this reduced blue light, it looks terrible because it looks green. So the colors look very, very wrong, very, very like completely off. And this is gonna look wrong too. If you use a color emitter, this is gonna be super wrong, but it looks better to me. It definitely looks better than the reduced blue light settings. So I do this, and that's the blue light killer settings. And then for the All Emotion Pro High, I also have this 22-point calibration to increase the visibility near black. So this is what I do. The code value 15, this is the lowest one. I have red, green, and blue. Red 10, green 10, blue 12. Then I go to 48, code value, 8, 8, and 10. And 135, 6, 6, and 9. 218, 4, 4, and 7. 282, 3, 3, and 7. 332, 2, 2, and 7. So now you might think, why are you increasing the blues more than the rest of them? Because when I do these blue light killer settings, the lower end of the grayscale is a lot warmer. So that's why I have to increase the blue. And so it is more consistent across the grayscale. And I am using a mobile app for this. Okay, so there's no accuracy here. I'm just trying my best, and I think this looks very, very good. So code value 374, 116, 410, 006, 442, 004, 469, 002, 496.0.0.1, and that's the last one. So now, hopefully, every time I update the firmware, this stays. So I don't have to go and do it again, because yeah, that would be uncomfortable. That's why I'm also recording it, just in case I can watch this video and go back to my settings, so I don't have to do the work again. So let's see how this is going. Should be done. Yeah, software update has been installed. Update will be applied when you restart your TV. So let's do that. Let me restart the TV. So that means turning it off and back on again. They should say that instead, because restart, where is the restart button? This is not a PC. Okay, so we turn it off. Let's turn it back on again. Okay, there you go. So now it takes longer, and you see this, which is not, you don't see that unless you unplug the TV from the wall and wait like 5 minutes, or you do a firmware update. So now, sometimes when you do the firmware update, all the white balance settings are not applied yet. This looks blue. Okay, so sometimes it takes longer, and the menus get a little bit slow and stuttery. So let's see how it goes now. Oh, now yeah, it applies the settings now. Settings are applied now. So let's see. Software has been updated. Your TV software has been updated. Okay, let's see. I think I have the same settings, and my battery is low. I have to change that. Yeah, settings should be the same. Let's see. Yeah, settings are the same. The white balance is the same. I can see it from the menu. Yeah, everything is the same. So that's good. That's good. That's exactly the same. No issues. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Wait. I think it changed my master and pick max CLL. I think this resets. I think this reset, because you see the code value was different. It said code value 17. Look, let me show you. And it was 15. And that changes depending on the tone mapping that you select. So I think that this master and pick max CLL has to be reset. Like, go back to default and then go and change it again, because see, now it's different. Code value 17. These numbers are changing. See, 53. See, that changed. 148. But of course, the white balance is always gonna adjust accordingly. You don't have to worry about it. When I do the calibration, actually, you see 300. That's different. That's probably the values for tone mapping 4000. I'll check that out right now. So yeah, but definitely changed. That definitely changed. But it didn't change the white balance settings. Again, you see, once I go back and forth and I change it, it should go back to the same I show you. So let's go back to auto, which is 4000, because auto is going to default to null. So null is this, 0. When it's in 0, it means that the TV is not receiving the metadata. So by default, null is gonna do 4000. So I believe that's what we have right now, 4000, which is that default. If we go to the white balance again, it should be the same code values now. Let's see. Yeah, see, 17, that's what happened, 17. But now if I change it to 540 now, it should go back to what it was, what I show you. Okay, 540 now. Now see 15. See, now it happens. You see, so you have to make sure you go back and forth and change those two, master and pick and max CLL. So now you see, now it's 15, 48. That's what I show you. 135. See? That's what I show you before. So I just go through them if you want to double check. and 1. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So there you go. What I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm gonna test any changes, especially the motion clarity settings, the motion interpolation. This I'm always checking this OLED Motion Pro medium at 60 FPS, 60 hertz, hoping that they fix that, because it should work and it doesn't. This only works for 120. So medium, low, and auto, they only and exclusively work for 100 FPS and hertz, 100 hertz, or 120 FPS, 100 hertz, or if you are at 60 hertz, 60 FPS, and you are using motion interpolation, you're using deblur 10. Because when you use deblur 10, you have 120 FPS, and that's why medium and low work. But then high doesn't work, and it should. And the reason why high doesn't work is because high works at 60. So when you have 60 FPS, 60 hertz, high works. So then you use interpolation, you have 120 FPS, not 60, and that's why it doesn't improve the motion clarity at all. LG should fix that, and they never do. I always test it just in case, but they never fix that. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you see any issues with this firmware update, I'm gonna pin your comment. I'm gonna, of course, keep testing this, see if there's any changes that I can notice. I'm gonna test TPC and GSR to see if they update and fix the dimming. They haven't yet. I tested the previous firmware update. I initially thought it was fixed, but it is not. It's still dimming. When you have a low light scene that's prolonged, it's gonna dim the screen, thinking that's a static image. That's the TPC dimming issue. So I'm gonna test that again, hoping that they fix it. But let me know if you see any differences, any issues. If I can help you, I will. Share that also other people can see that, okay, it is safe to update, there are no issues. And yeah, let's get together and on the comments so others can see if we have any issues. And of course I'm going to give you an update after I have more time to test this. So let me know your thoughts and opinions and if you have any questions.